Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us this Sunday evening for Ask Us Anything.
Yes, welcome to our Ask Us Anything. We're coming to you from Jennifer's office, actually, up in our southwestern Michigan home. We were going to do this outside, but we're at that point where it's almost going to be too dark by the time we finish. So we are inside. Plus, it's getting chilly. It was 36 degrees here this morning when I woke up.
Ooh,
that was cold. But it's supposed to jump right up again in the week ahead. So we're glad that you guys are all with us.
you know what that means?
What's that mean?
That means the mice and the little critters are looking for a warm spot.
Oh,
So
that's what we need to
Get your
a cat.
RVs
We need
winterized.
get your winterized RVs. Get a cat.
And if you have a home and you're going away,
Yeah, you'll gotta
you need
put some mouse traps out or whatever.
need somebody to check your house.
I heard somebody say today, and I really like that this is my favorite time of the year because you can wear shorts and a hoodie, and you're comfortable with both. So that's
Right.
That's kind of a good way to do the weather. So great to see you guys. Quick announcement about our trip on the Mississippi River. I've had a number of you say, is there still room in it? And there is. Last I checked, it was about half full. Half of the 25 rigs that they allow on it were taken up. So it might be a little bit more than that because I haven't had a report in the last couple of days. But the last time I checked with Fantasy RV, it was completely, half taken up, not completely sold out yet. So if you're thinking about that trip, it's about a year from now. It's October of 2025.
September.
It's the end of September.
September 5th to October 8th.
There you go. See,
It's so hard for us to plan a year in advance,
Yep.
but that's what normal people do.
But a 33-day trip traces the Mississippi River all the way down from Minnesota to New Orleans, and we'd love to have you guys join us. I think half the tickets are gone. So if you're interested in it, you want to move forward over a while. This is an expensive trip, and Fantasy RVs is kind of like a all-inclusive vacation. But we just did one in the Maritimes. Absolutely loved working with those guys or traveling with those guys. They do all the work. And we're going along just like you'd be going on. We're not running this at all. They're running it. But they're opening this up just to members of the RV lifestyle community. So if you're thinking about this awesome trip, just go there and you can check out all the details. You can see the itinerary, where you're going to do each day. And we would love to travel the Mississippi River with you. All right, lots of folks there. I want to do a quick announcement here because this is a big week for the Hershey RV show. And John, we have quit going to Hershey. We're not going to go. We mentioned this last week. This is the second year we've skipped it, and we didn't miss a beat last year. And here's why. And John, you know this. John is with his buddy Bob Zagami does a weekly live stream every Wednesday night on the RV industry. And we love hanging out with John and Bob. But the problem is, John, it's impossible to do our work. They have one industry day, and that is the day when the public's not there. So if we want to review different RVs, we have to do it all in one day. And a few years ago, it was possible. But now, last time we checked, there were close to 600 so-called RV influencers. People with cell phones who, have 25 followers on YouTube, and people who have, hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube. But so many are out there, it's impossible to almost get in an RV now and do a story. So for us doing video, creating content, it's just impossible to do anything of any substance. So we don't go. And the one reason to go is to hang out with friends, to meet guys like you and Bob and our followers there. But basically, I have a week of not being able to create any content of any significance. So, and plus it's now so overexposed. So we're going to skip it. Instead, John will be at RV Dealer Open House in Elkhart, which is an industry show where you even see more new RVs, because some of the ones that they didn't send to Hershey that they're going to introduce in 25, the manufacturers are showing in Elkhart. and it's much easier for us to get in and shoot. So,
And it's only an hour away.
and it's only an hour away. So that's our plans, John. All right.
But I still would like to go back to Hershey next year.
Well,
We'll talk about it next year.
maybe I'll send you and Wendy.
There you go.
Raphael in California wants to know if we're going to the Hershey. Nope, not this year. This is the time we would be on the road, actually, because tomorrow, well, they say tomorrow's Industry Day, but nothing is set up. There's nobody from any of the companies there. They're just finishing setting up the displays. Tuesday's Industry Day, and then Wednesday's open to the public. And once it opens to the public, you just can't.
It's very busy.
You can't work. So I hope you all understand that. Randy Dexter.
Good evening from North Carolina. Just because it is fall does not mean us RVers should stop. Now is the time to go out and see the fall colors. RV Lifestyle has a great article this week.
Yes.
Thank you, Randy.
RVlifestyle.com is where you want to go to see that article on the fall colors. This is our favorite time of year to go, and we really do enjoy it. We're looking forward to seeing many of you in about a month. We will be at our fall gathering, which is in this year in Navarre, Florida, on the beach, and we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
And I do have to say that driving to Florida in just a couple of weeks and driving to Pennsylvania.
After we just came from
back
Pennsylvania, we just went through there 2 weeks ago.
And we did 5,000 miles on that tour.
Yeah.
So
we're pacing ourselves.
we're trying to. We're trying to catch up.
Hey, Ed Richards, he'll be with us in Florida, although look what Ed has to say.
Greetings from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where we're keeping a watchful eye on potential tropical cyclone 6.
Yeah.
I haven't been following the news.
Yeah, there's a couple of disturbances out there, and this one, there's a chance it can come up that way to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Let's hope that we have great weather next week, because the hurricane season really runs to the end of October, and most of them happen in September and October. And let's hope we don't have any weather issues next month when we're there.
Do you remember that once we drove down and we were driving into?
We drove into one.
Mm-hmm. And we were wondering what it was going to be like. Of course, now when I know a hurricane's coming, I want to leave. You want to stay. I do not. I don't like being hot. I want AC, and I figured the first thing to go is the electric. And
but I think
want fresh water and food.
We had our RV, which had water, and we had our RV, which had generator and solar, and we could have been just fine. And we did, but the hurricane missed us, and we did have some fun though with it.
Remember, we covered the Hurricane Andrew.
Oh my goodness, that was something.
And we stayed at a 5-star hotel down the road
in Miami Beach.
Yeah.
And then
that's the way to cover a hurricane.
Yeah, and then a half hour later we were in Homestead, which was just devastated. Anyway, Ed, we look forward to seeing you and keep driving.
We do it. Bring your bike.
Adrian M.
Greetings from Savannah, Georgia.
Hey, greetings to you. Thanks for checking in. Susie Ticknell Smith.
Good evening from Clarkston, Michigan. Hi, Susie.
Sue Demers.
Hello from Canton, Ohio. 2 more days and this adventure will be over.
Sue and Dan were with us just a month ago in our Canadian Maritimes adventure with Fantasy RV Tours. And they're still taking their time going back. They're at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Say hi to Dan for us, Sue. Good to see you guys on. Carol Fife.
Greetings from beautiful Chesterland, Ohio on a gorgeous day. It is a beautiful day. Taking a break from baking pumpkin rolls and the Browns.
The Cleveland Browns, yep. The other Lions are playing tonight too. Everybody, we were just at we're in Southwest Michigan, and that is kind of the area we're now is sort of the center for the wine growing region of Michigan. This is where all the grapes are, and the annual grape festival or harvest festival in Paw Paw, Michigan was this weekend. And we were just there. They had a parade and lots of fun stuff. Our granddaughter was in a float, and we got to hang out there.
Little Miss Matawan.
She won the Little Miss Matawan contest last year, and she was on a float with the Big Miss Matawan and the royal court there. But it's fun. Harvest time in the great capital of Michigan, Paw Paw, Michigan. Janice Smith.
Hello from Tennessee. We are signed up for the river tour. Looking forward to meeting you both. Well, we're looking forward to meeting you too.
Oh, Janice, that's great. We'll have something to talk about every week. It sounds like it's a long time away. It is a year, but it goes so fast.
The older we get, we know how fast. We know it's going to be here like in a week.
Yeah, it seems like, weren't we just talking about it? Yeah,
Mhm.
I am so excited. We have wanted to do this tour. We were going to do it on our own a couple of times, and I don't know, things happened and other stuff took place of it. But we're really looking forward to this because we literally can walk across the Mississippi River up there in Minnesota, just step across it, and then we'll follow it all the way down. Lots of music, good food, culture, learn a lot, be out on the river. We'll be out on the river several times on that 33-day trip. So we're looking forward to meeting you too, Janice. Ralph Price.
Hi, from Birmingham, Michigan. Watched you since the early days of RV lifestyle, as well as during your television days.
Oh,
Thank you.
Back when it was Mike Wendland in the IT.
PC Mike,
and,
too.
Yeah, PC Mike. And
Yeah.
then, well, Ralph, thank you for joining us, and thanks for staying with us all these years. We're having much more fun with this RV lifestyle than we ever. If you remember me those days, I was an investigative reporter, and I didn't smile a whole lot. You
weren't allowed to.
I wasn't allowed to. Actually, they told me I smiled too much, so I had to learn how to go like that all the time. Are you fan?
Hello from Mesa Verde, Colorado. We are midway through our caravan tour of the Mighty Five and other national parks. That is a great one. We would have loved to have done that, but we have our dog Bo, and the national parks are not dog friendly.
No, they really aren't. But what a great trip that is. We've been to Mesa Verde. We love the campground there.
Yes.
We love just traveling around. We love looking at those ruins. Amazing. Mesa Verde is such a beautiful area. Enjoy that tour. It's always sad, isn't it, to end?
I wonder how many tours he's done, and I'm sure he thinks that this was worth doing, to get dropped off and picked up, and some of these things not just at the parking part.
Yeah. Inka Schultz.
Hello from Conway, South Carolina. Heading to Helen, Georgia this week to start celebrating Oktoberfest.
Best time of year to camp is right now, isn't it?
So
September, October.
Oktoberfest. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. John DePietro. He's going to miss us in Hershey.
And we're going to miss you.
Yeah. We'll see.
And I think Hershey is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Ty Webb.
I think we fully understand why you don't go to Hershey. You did trips and general RV stories, not actual units. But BTVR and Matt take care of that. We love what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Ty. Sharon Childress.
Hello from cold Branchville, New Jersey. Sure are going to miss summer and swimming. Yeah, that's true.
But you won't miss the bugs. Yeah,
the bugs.
You won't miss the bugs.
All right.
Ralph Price.
How is your heart health coming along, Jennifer? I am doing so much better, and thank you for asking.
Yeah, she's a trooper. She's outrunning all of us now.
Not quite.
Hello, neighbor. We did the Crane Cider Fest this weekend. I don't know where that was. Yeah.
That would be fun.
I don't know where that
Sounds
is.
like maybe a bunch of sandhill cranes would be
It
there.
might be, yeah. We have sandhill cranes that live here with us.
We have two of them.
Yeah. Cool travelers.
Greetings from Ocala horse country.
We love horse country down there near Ocala. That's
I was
awesome.
so surprised that there was horse country in the middle of the state of Florida.
Yeah, we really will. We stay there usually going to and from Tampa. The Tampa RV show, which we do go to in January. We usually stay in horse country for a night or two. Enjoy it. It'll clear right up because you are in the sunshine state. There's Randy.
All right. Looking forward to seeing everyone at the fall gathering in Florida. The relationships formed in the RV lifestyle community is great. Wendy had a great post on the regional gatherings this week.
Actually, I think I posted that, Randy, and it was Wendy's all involved with it. But if we should put up the address for the community. This is something that we are going to add to our RV lifestyle community. First of all, do you know what I'm talking about when we say the community? We have a Facebook group with 440,000 members, and it's impossible almost to find anything. You post something, so much traffic, you never can find it again. So we started this group, community.rvlifestyle.com, and it's got about 15,000 or so members and new people joining every day. It has an amazing resource for RVs, but it's a place that's all about relationships. It's off Facebook. People make real friendships. It's like if the evolution of Facebook, what Facebook should be is what we have now in our community. We invite you to come by and see it. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up a series of regional mini meetups all around the country. We're going to do one in Southwest Michigan. I think Wendy's going to do one in Southeast Michigan. Phyllis is going to do one out in Iowa. We've got other members in the group who are going to be doing these, where we invite other people from the community who live or are camping near us, and we all come together for a couple hours in an afternoon or whatever, evening, whatever everybody wants. And it's going to be really fun because, the connections you make in person are the ones that stay. And the community then becomes the vehicle that keeps those connections alive and friendships. And it's all about that. And we kind of just step back, get out of the way, and are just enjoying it with you. So please join our community, become a part of it, and attend one of our regional mini meetups that we'll be doing.
I think the thing I get so frustrated about with Facebook is you read something and then I want to share it with you and I can't find it again.
Yeah.
And that absolutely drives me crazy.
I think it does everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And then, I've said this before, but 440,000 people, that's a huge city. And in that 440,000 are going to be a tiny, tiny fraction of a percentage of crazies,
Or else
But
maybe kids.
but out of 1% of 440,000, what is 440 people? So they can wreak some havoc, and I think my math is right. So
I was going to say, don't do math.
So I guess that should be a rule, Mike. Don't do math. I gotta put that. But so that's why sometimes in any kind of Facebook group, sometimes people, they start getting nasty and fighting. So we kind of, that's one of the reasons we started the community. So come and join our community if you're not already.
Please join the community.
Yeah, and fill out your profile. You can then see who lives near you, who is camping near you. You can make friends based on what kind of RVs they have. We have all these special interest groups, from people who like to do crafting stuff to ham radio operators to people who are interested in talking about the internet. Separate groups, all devoted to the RV lifestyle, and you should be in it. It's the coolest thing out there right now. Enough of that. I'm sorry. Greg Lathrop.
Can you recommend someone to help me put solar on my roof of my RV? I live in Washington Township, Michigan. Can you give me a suggestion who can help them?
Well, I would actually go down. I can't remember the name of the company. I can look. Maybe I can't. If I use my other computer. Elkhart, Indiana, which isn't that far from you, is where I would have it done. But there was a guy in near Washington that I used once. I think he was in Macomb County, which is where you are. But I can't remember the name of his company. So he had a company that, if you look, Mobile RV Tech near me, just search on that, and you'll get names of people. And then I would call a few of them and ask them if they've ever had somebody put solar on the roof. But there are people who specialize it. I can't think of. Let's see. I'm typing on my computer, and I'll see if I can find somebody. What do we have? In Elkhart, it is Future Solutions. That's it. You ready? I knew it. I just couldn't remember the name. This is probably the leading company in RV solar anywhere. And I don't know how else to give them a plug, except it's called Future Solutions. And their website is fsi-solutions.com. Now, you're going to have to, I can maybe type it up. Why don't you tell them about how much we like solutions, John? And I will type it up in the comments. It's FSI Solutions.com. There you go. So you see, I just posted that somewhere there You go to that. Oh, I did it wrong. That's wrong. Let's do it again. Let's edit it. See, that's what happens when I try and do this. I bet Phyllis can. Phyllis, can you fix that up for me? FSIsolutions.com. And you'll find it. They are the leading. That's in Elkhart, Indiana. So if you're really serious about it, get it done right. Get it done right. I say this to everybody when you're buying an RV, get the best RV you can afford. And maybe if you have to even cut back on other stuff, just get quality. And FSI-solutions.com is the one to check. There, she fixed it for me. So you can get right to it. That will fix you up. These guys know more about solar and batteries than anyone else. And that's where I would send you. So there you go. Adrienne.
We watched a video where the DIY guy avoided putting holes in his roof for solar. He used double-sided, what kind of
butyl tape? Yeah.
I don't know.
I would not do that. I would do that. You know, you can put holes, have somebody do it that knows what they're doing. DIY, I guess because I'm not a DIY guy, you won't let me because I messed up.
Well, you think about it, putting a hole in your roof.
Well, it's okay if you treat it properly and you put Dicor around it and all that stuff. But just have somebody do it professionally, or make sure that you really know what you're doing and do it right. Ty Webb, he knows about FSI.
He says it's awesome. Yeah, they did a system and they made a small error, but immediately corrected the situation. I will use them on my next installation.
So there you go.
Well, now that's really encouraging because they made a small error, but they corrected it.
Well, yeah, you know, things happen. You know, it's easy enough to make. And a small error's got to be a small error. So, all right, Linda Ward.
Hi, Linda. Hello from Robbinsville, New Jersey. I'm thinking of taking a day trip to Hershey. It would be a long day.
Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people drive from New York and Philadelphia and all over the area. That's one of the reasons we like to go to Hershey, is we meet so many people who live on the West Coast.
East Coast.
Or the East Coast. I
like hearing the East Coast accents.
Yeah, that's how you can tell you're on the East Coast.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's great.
Linda's got a little bit of East Coast accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Say hi to Rich for us, Linda. Ronald Fitzgerald.
Hi, from the Finger Lakes of New York. Mike, what kind of truck did you buy, and how did it do on your big trip?
It's called the Beast, Ron. That's what we call it. It's a Ford F-350 diesel, 6.7 liter Lariat model, the trim model, and it's great. I love my truck.
He does.
It is. I've actually been washing it. Washed it the other day. It's great. We really enjoyed it. It's I'm so glad I have it. The difference between a 250 and 350 in terms of towing, no comparison. Do you agree? You feel it, right?
I mean, I don't understand trucks, but I can feel the difference.
And it's comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah. And Bo likes it. Yeah.
Sure. Bo's happy.
Bill Sprague.
Hi, from cool and comfortable Western Maryland. Join the community.
Bill's part of our community, yeah. And it's the way it's grown is word of mouth. And we do live stuff. In fact, hey, Phyllis, can you come on and talk about, you're doing a welcome party. Can I bring you on? I always have to ask.
Yes.
Doing all the moderating. Hey, Phyllis, we're doing a welcome party on the community Tuesday night, right?
Tuesday night, right. And I believe
you're doing that?
Yes, and I'm checking the time. Central time, it's 6 p.m., so it's 7 p.m. Eastern.
And what's a welcome party on the community?
Well, you got to show up to find out. We got plans. So Wendy and I will be doing it together, and it's basically a way for people to get used to how everything works, where to go for everything, how to enjoy the community, how to meet other people, the whole thing.
It's funny, as I say this about the community all the time, it's like, you know, you would think Facebook, as big as it is, would evolve and have some of the tools and some of the things that we have on the community. But obviously it's so big, their platform, and for them to implement those things would be massive. But think of ours as the evolution of what an online community could be. And so there's a party there. We're going on, I think, Thursday night live on the community to talk about fall camping.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a lot of fun.
And we've got a whole bunch of other ones. We do regular live streams. It's fun. So, okay. All right.
Thank
See you
you.
at the party. And Phyllis, maybe she'll put up the community email address here in a second. But thanks, Bill. Dorian Kellen.
Hi, from Tampa, Florida. What type of RVs were on your last trip? Are they mostly Class A's, fifth wheels, C's, or travel trailers? Thank you.
Well, I think he's talking about the Maritimes trip.
Yes,
And they were all of those. I mean,
there were just a couple A's, which normally on the
I
fantasy
think there was
trips,
only one Class A.
well, our wagon masters.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh,
right?
yeah, just one, because
Just-
one,
yeah.
were there two? Oh, one it was a fifth wheel. One was a
We had
Class A.
one Class A. We had 3 fifth wheels. All the rest were C's, travel trailers, or Class B's. We had, I think, 6 or 7 leisure travel van Class C's there, or B pluses, as Dean from Leisure likes to say. So all different kinds, different kinds. And it'll be the same, I think, probably on our Mississippi trip as well. Bob Leach, he's in the Corps of Engineers camp in
Is that where he is?
Demopolis, Alabama.
Okay, beautiful park on the Alabama River. Tugboats are loud.
They are, those engines. You hear them coming.
Yeah, I hope so. We're doing well. We're doing well.
Thanks, Bob. Enjoy your fall camping there in Demopolis. I always wanted to say that. Demopolis, Alabama. Janet Strizik.
Do you have any suggestions on a route to take from Midwest to Southern California and back December to March?
Oh, I guess I would go. Well, if you're
Sounds like a community
if
question.
you're in the Midwest, yeah, put that on our community. You'll get detailed maps, but I would go out one way and come back the other. And if it's mid-March, I would take the southern route, which kind of roughly follows, Route 66 or I-10. And then I would come back, depending on when you're going to come back. In March, I would come back maybe I-80. You're going to go through some winter weather that way coming back, but go out one way and come back another. And in that time of year, you can't take there's a couple more northern routes you could take, but that's going to be, winter weather, and you don't know what that'll be. But so take Route 66 or I-10 out there, and then look and see if I-80 coming back would work for you, Janet. But post that on the community. Bill Sprague said our community is the prairie home companion of RVs for RVers. Yeah, it's kind of the way it is. Kind of like Lake Winnebago all over the place. Yep, it is. That's a great line. Raphael in California.
Are you going to Fairbanks, Alaska?
Not for the next few months. I don't know. I love Alaska. The problem we have always with Alaska is it just takes so long to get there. And then once you're there, you want to stay and enjoy it. It's just a phenomenal state for RVers.
How long would it take? 4 months? 5 months?
You could do it in 4, but I would like to spend 5 months, because going out, there's a lot, you don't want to rush. Take your time going out. And then when you're there, you want to really be able to explore it.
How does one not rush?
Well, we're doing pretty good. We're doing better than we've done before, not rushing. But, what I'm looking at now, Raphael, is I'm actually thinking of flying into Anchorage and renting an RV.
What do we do with our Bobo?
Well, that's the problem. Bo would love Alaska. Alaska's friendly to dogs. They love big dogs. So we probably would have to drive out there. I would, if you said you wanted to go to Alaska, I'd take off as soon as I could in May.
That's what's stopping us from going to Hawaii. We just can't figure out how to get an amphibious vehicle so we can drive there.
Yeah. Bo. We don't want to leave Bo for 5 months, and Bo doesn't want it, So Raphael, we're going to get there. We've been to Alaska twice, and we'd like to go back. But we want to enjoy it while we're there.
Why don't you take this one, because you like your trucks.
Gibbs Gaming, Maryland, working to get my Ram 2500 prepped for my 2022 Forest River Wildwood 24 big camping trip in Quarryville, Pennsylvania. Okay.
Sounds pretty
I don't
exciting.
know how old your 2500 is, but get them working, get them ready to go. It's fun. Half the fun of an RV trip is prepping and getting ready and thinking about it. There's our neighbor up the road in Grand Rapids, Jeff Newman, and they're going down the Mississippi with us.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Oh, Jeff and Rita are going to be there. That's great.
Can hardly wait to RV down the Mississippi with you. Always wanted to do a riverboat, but this sounds much better. Going to be a long year waiting. Oh, it's going to go by so fast.
Hey, Jeff, we're going to figure out a time to do a mini meetup before we go down to our Navarre meetup on either a Sunday afternoon or early evening.
How are you going to do that with Ask Us
Oh, I
Anything?
don't know. Maybe we do it. Maybe do it on a Saturday. But someplace, Jeff is up near Grand Rapids, someplace, up in the Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids area. I hope you guys can come down and meet us and hang out with us. And we're going to put that on the community and see who all wants to go there. And I'll ask Jennifer to give me a date and we'll just put it in stone. Another place we could do is we could do one in Shipshewana too, even for a few hours.
Why not?
Over
What do you
in
guys
Indiana.
think? I think Shipshewana sounds like
We
it
could
would
do
work.
two. We could do one every couple of months,
We could do one every other day.
Okay, she's messing with me now. Pom pom and lollies.
Have you been to Canada with pets? If you have, is it hard to get back in the U.S.?
You need to go see the video. We just came back from Canada with Bo. We had Bo there for 5 weeks, and I just did a video 2 weeks ago. So just go to, I don't know if you're watching us on YouTube. I think you are. Just look. You can see it. It shows up right there. All about it. Full video on us bringing Bo back.
So
we did
yes,
one of our podcasts on it. And
So yes, we have been to Canada with our dog, and we almost didn't go because when all this confusion was coming about having to chip and vaccinate your pet.
now you still have to do a lot of hurdles, but we weren't even asked about it when we came back.
And
That may change, and that could change day by day at each crossing. Everybody's different, but go look at our video, and that'll answer everything. I actually had the camera rolling for much of it.
we have never had a problem getting any of our dogs, our pets, into Canada, and we've never had a problem bringing them back.
No,
I mean,
except once didn't Bo almost jump out the window?
oh, he was a puppy, and the person wanted to see what he looked like and asked me to roll down the window, and I said, he's a puppy. I'm sure he saw the look of panic in my eyes and decided that I must be smuggling something, or because I was like, ah. And I said, I'm afraid he might jump out the window. How would I get him back?
Well, kid's very enthusiastic because the people at the bank, when we used to take him in the bank, we would give him a treat,
Oh, yeah.
And so when you roll down the window in the car and talk to somebody next to him, he thinks he's going to get a
Okay,
treat.
this is my favorite Bo story, his puppy story. I was picking up some birdseed at the shopping mall center, and the lady inside the store, I said I had my dog, and she, oh, I want to see your dog. And I said, well, I hope he doesn't jump out. So we opened up the back, and Bo immediately jumped out and ran around the corner. This is a very busy shopping center, and took off where all the stores were. And I saw a sheriff deputy car, and I followed Bo. Bo went into Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
And the deputy abandoned his car in the middle of the road, had his hand on his holster. I'm right behind him, and he says, is your dog vicious? I said, no, he's just a puppy. And Bo made everybody laugh and was running all up and down all the aisles. And fortunately for me, some young man in there grabbed Bo and was petting him.
He just got down and he opened his arm. Oh, boy.
Yeah, like, you just open your arms or else tell him you got a treat, that would, get him every time. But Bo totally enjoys Trader Joe's.
Yeah, it's his favorite store.
He strongly recommends it.
Yeah. So
That's my Bo
Bo
story.
has a history of jumping out.
Yeah, I mean, when this person wanted me to roll down my window, I thought, oh, he's going to jump out the window, and how am I going to catch him in the middle of this bridge? And,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Israel Goldsberry.
Ooh,
Oh, yuck.
I got a rat in my camper.
Oh, my goodness. Well, get rid of it.
I guess you get an exterminator. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to get rid of that.
Same way you get rid
had-
of mice, I guess.
We had mice in a pop-up camper once, but we used to go camping every weekend. And when we went back, the little mouse and her babies all came out of the
Oh, yeah.
top of
Yeah.
our
They
camper.
went back. They took them home with us and then brought them back.
They lived in the top of our camper for a week.
Yeah. But you don't want a rat.
Oh, not a rat. Oh, I think one thing worse, a rat if you have a boat.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah,
We've had some
that's-
friends that happened to them.
Yeah, they chew up your wiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
not good.
That's not
not
good.
good.
That is not good.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh,
How long is it? We got a little bit. I think we're there. Pom Pom always love it. I guess loves the Bo story.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs. Everybody's got their dog stories. Oh, that could be well, not everybody has a dog. Everybody probably has a dog story if they go camping with their dog.
Well, either that or they've got a dog story about somebody else in there.
Somebody else's dog that.
Okay, quick announcement. Our books, we have updated many of our books. I think Michigan just came online. We've updated the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which if you've not been there, you gotta go. Upper Peninsula, Michigan. So our RV travel books are many of them, you'll see them all updated. We have new bundles where you can save money and all that stuff on them. But start planning your trips. Our books can save you hours and hours and give you places to go and plan out your itineraries. We even show you if you want to have us do all the work. We've got the maps all set there for you and where to go, where to stay, what to do. And they're, very reasonably priced. So please go check out our books. We have 23 of them now, 23 RV books. And
So when are we going to have 25? Just asking.
I don't know. Guess we gotta get working. And just another. I lost my track. What was I going to tell you? I don't know what I was going to tell, buddy. Another point. Well, let's hear from Karen and Marty, two of our other friends from the Canadian Maritime Strip.
Okay, after spending 6 weeks exploring the Maritimes and wonderful newfound friends, we need to get back out there again. Karen and Marty, I think I could go again.
We could do an annual trip to the Maritime.
I would think they'd let us do that again.
I bet we could fill up another trip.
I think we could fill.
I bet if we announced another trip, we'd fill it off in 2 weeks. How many of you want to go to the Maritime? Just a quick look. Let me see thumbs up if you'd be interested in a fantasy RV tour of the Maritime. So I'll ask them. Wait a minute, I shouldn't be volunteering this without talking. We should have more of a serious conversation about this, but I'm just curious how many would go. All you have to do is hit that thumbs up. I guess that's going to come for the YouTube users. I don't know what the SBS doesn't do. It takes a while as a delay, so I don't see any thumbs up coming. So maybe not Karen and Marty. There you go. There's one. There's a bunch of them. There's some people checking it out, so that's good. I want to call the folks at Fantasy RV and just get a quick idea on how many openings they still have on that Mississippi River trip. So I'll broach that subject. Renee Harwani. Hey, Renee, how are you? You'll come to one of our Michigan meetups because she lives just down the road in Adrian, I think now. Renee and Mike. So there's people interested. Jeff Newman, also interested. All right, we will. I'll ask about it. So, but don't hold us to it yet.
This is quite spontaneous.
Yes, we're a little too spontaneous sometimes.
Well, we know better what to expect, and we got a feel for it now.
Yeah. There's a couple of those places that I would love to have stayed longer. St. Andrews by the Sea. Mm-hmm. What a great little town that is. Mm-hmm. And Prince Edward Island.
Yes.
Two of our people on that trip ended up staying an extra 2 weeks on PEI, Prince Edward Island, and they just left Denny and Kate a little while ago. What an awesome island.
And then we could add on
Newfoundland. Go Newfoundland, yeah, and Labrador. I don't know about Labrador, but Newfoundland.
But you'd have to add that on ourselves.
Well, or no, they have one that'll go there. They have a longer one. I just want to, if we would do it again, I'd want to do the one that goes over to we better have a serious conversation on this before we start talking about it. We got the Mississippi one for sure in a year. And we're talking about one the next year, which is probably too early for me to announce, but
probably.
We'll see what everybody thinks. So it's all there. For those of you who are going to Hershey this year, I hope you have a great time. We'll think of you. We'll miss you. Actually, we'll be in Elkhart tomorrow. We're going to Elkhart tomorrow. Taking the RV to Elkhart for a couple of days, and we'll be there. And we hope that you guys all have a great time at Hershey. And tell everybody that you miss us, okay? So, and we'll be back. For those of you on the community, a welcome party Tuesday night for on the RV Lifestyle Community, 7 o'clock Eastern time. That's where you want to go to join. And then Jen and I will be on the community on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And we'll be there with to talk about fall camping and answer questions and bring other people on and just share some of the awesome things you can do in the fall. And then we do regular live streams there all the time. On the podcast this week, we are going to talk about something that's got a lot of people riled up. And we try to be very positive on this, and we will be positive in this discussion too. But we have to ask the question, is our campground starting to gouge RVers? There are so many changes and price hikes from campgrounds, and we've heard so much from so many people over the past few months that we really have to address that issue. And we're going to talk about that on the podcast that is released on Wednesday. So be sure and check that out. So lots of stuff in the week ahead. All that against the backdrop of the Hershey show. We look forward to hearing all of your reports from there as well. So guys, thanks a lot. Thank you, Phyllis in Iowa, for keeping track of everything and making it all work so well.
So what do you think? People that go to the Hershey show, should they take pictures of what they like best and send it to us? Or put it in the community? The community?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take good pictures, guys.
We could start a group in the community for the Hershey. I think we do have one. We have one already. Forget it. We have RV shows, rallies and gatherings, stuff like that. Post your Hershey shows in the RV space on the community. And Terry Gillis asked, is there a schedule posted on the community for those live broadcasts? Yes. When you get to the community, look under events and click on the events, and it lists all the stuff that we scheduled. We've got, I think, maybe a week out in advance, and we probably over the next couple of days we'll try and up that so the schedule's 2 weeks out in advance. But we do regular stuff. Sometimes we just go on spontaneously as well with live things. I did one last week on amateur radio for the community.
They will not believe that we just spontaneously.
Yeah, Jen, and we're going to do one the week after next.
I'm Jen washing dishes.
Jennifer's doing one for women only, and it's just Jennifer. I think Jennifer and Wendy will be on. Wendy will moderate it for you, and that's coming up not this week, but the week after. Ooh. So can I tune in and listen? Or is
sure.
I can't be with you, but I'll tune in and watch.
Maybe I'll get it with me.
Bo can be with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Let's see if Bo, who he stays with.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we got to get out of here. Everybody's got things to do on a Sunday night. Thank you for spending your time with us. Be careful as you drive to Hershey or on your camping, and go see us on the community. We're in there all day long. You can direct message people. Send them private messages. It's so easy. You can find people. Go mess around in the community, and you'll see why we love it so much. We'll see you guys down the road.
Happy trails.